Hi, it is now December 17th, and I've reached a personal high as far as MPG goes. My lifetime MPG average on my vehicle, that is my 2014 Cadillac ELR. My lifetime MPG average on my car is now 85.1. That is a personal best for me. Previously, the highest was 85. I anticipate that very shortly I should achieve 100. And the way I achieved it, I believe, is not necessarily by driving very, very gently or timidly, but by employing a policy of never passing up a charge. If there's 15 minutes or 30 minutes where I have that I'm going to be, say for example, visiting someone or at a store and there's an outlet available, I will take a few minutes to find an outlet and plug my car into an outlet. I have not found an outlet that my car cannot use. Now, some folks say that the automobile will put a very large drain on the average electrical system. Maybe that's true, but I know by default the ELR draws 8 amps on an electrical circuit when it's being charged. There are many household lawnmowers that are sold in some of the big box supermarkets, big box stores, not lawnmowers, but vacuum cleaners that boast 12 or 15 amps worth of power, vacuuming power. Okay, vacuum cleaners for carpets, they boast or advertise 15 amps worth of power or 12 amps worth of power. My ELR draws 8 amps when it is charging, and the average household should be able to handle, or typically is able to handle, 8 amps. I have not ran into an outlet that my ELR cannot use or that my ELR causes problems with. Now I get away from my main point. My main point is my lifetime high of 85.1 overall MPG. I've achieved that by, like I said, not passing up a charge and by employing the Regen on Demand paddles. I use the Regen on Demand paddles, for example. The typical situation when I use them would be when I'm on a highway or on a road that has, say for example, the speed limit is 45 or 60 miles per hour, and I'm about to leave that road and it requires me to slow down a little bit because there's a slight curve there. And I typically use my regeneration on demand paddles rather than put my foot on the brake, ride the brake for that period of time, because that allows me to feed electricity back into the power supply rather than pull electricity out of it. So 85.1 on December 17th is now my personal high on my 2014 Cadillac ELR. Now my understanding is the Chevrolet Volt is, and I think the ELR as well for the upcoming year, has increased its range of travel for one full charge. Now, if one full charge has in fact been increased to 50 miles, then that's going to tremendously help uh, the average MPG. I can only imagine that folks that will be driving a vehicle that has 50 miles on a full charge will very quickly gain a lifetime of 100 MPG. And that's absolutely phenomenal. I know right now I am loving my 14 ELR the way it is because it does not suck gasoline all of the time while I'm driving it. The only time I use gasoline is when I need to, and most of the time I don't need to. Every once in a while I will need to. Now the used car value for a Chevrolet Volt or an ELR, I think, should be greatly decreased. It should be calculated not based on mileage on the car, but a combination of a couple of things: the mileage on the car and the lifetime MPG of the car. Now, a car such as mine, where the lifetime MPG is 85, should be worth more than a vehicle. Of course, the vehicles have to be in very similar condition or approximately the same mechanical condition. But a vehicle that has an MPG and a lifetime MPG of 50 or 60 should be worth less than a vehicle such as mine that has a lifetime MPG of 85, because the higher the lifetime MPG average is, the less the engine was run. And having a gasoline engine run is a fairly destructive process. Now, having an electric motor run, on the other hand, is not a destructive process. All you need in order to run an electric motor is magnetism and a strong enough magnetic field. That's it. You have induction motors, and there's no little explosions happening inside of cylinders or anything like that. It's not destructive. It's not destructive at all, as opposed to having to run the generator. A person who has a lifetime average of less than, I would say, 60 is running their generator, I think, unusually, I think a little too much for my taste, for my liking anyway. And that's it. But I've achieved 85.1 mpg, and I am very happy about this. The ELR and the Chevrolet Volt, for that matter, both are energy efficiency experts and very good. They're excellent at saving gasoline money. Right now, at this very moment, here in the state of North Carolina, gasoline is right around, the average is right around $2 a gallon. Now, that is going to, obviously, we know that's going to change. And it's more than likely it's going to go up, or it's going to at least double up to about $4 a gallon, probably, I would guess. But right now, because of the style of car that I'm driving, that is an electric range, extended range electric vehicle, when the news comes on and they talk about gas prices going up or gas prices going down, I just say, oh, that's unimportant, because it's not as important to me as it used to be, because the price of gasoline has a much smaller effect on me than it used to. It no longer affects me as directly as it used to, in that I have to pump gas every day or every week. And that's about it. I'm celebrating my 85.1 mpg. Hi, the CyberKnife is a tool that will allow us men to defeat prostate cancer without surgery. No pain, no surgery, and no damage to your male functionality. The CyberKnife cured my prostate cancer in 2007. And I encourage all men to fight like Spartans. Spartans have a saying, no surrender, no retreat. A Spartan never surrenders, a Spartan does not retreat. Now you notice the color of this ribbon is the crimson color of a Spartan. If you're familiar with the crimson color of a Spartan, you may have seen the movie 300. I would challenge everyone, man, woman, or child, doesn't matter, to wear the crimson color of a Spartan to show their awareness of the CyberKnife. Now, the CyberKnife can and does cure prostate cancer. It cured my cancer in 2007 without surgery. I had to go through 45 minutes of treatment for 5 days in a row on my way to work on a given day, on a given week. And it was absolutely painless, and it caused zero interruption between the relationship between my wife and I. So the CyberKnife, to sum it up in a nutshell, the CyberKnife is an absolutely glorious tool that can cure and defeat prostate cancer without pain, without surgery, without side effects. And if you go to cyberknife.com and use the search feature in their website, it will allow you to enter in your zip code, and based on your zip code, it will tell you the hospital that has a CyberKnife facility that is closest to you.